a bit enthralled cutting. Okay. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Hello, guys. Lovely peoples. Let me grab my tablet so I can see comments. Because I was trying to do it on my iPad, my laptop the other day, and I couldn't see anything. It was very hard. I let Junior use my tablet, and he used it to death. It doesn't have much charge on it. Hello, Patty. Let's see. Lola. Oh, hold on. I need to turn the volume down. Lola. Hello, Tori. Hello, Misty. Okay, so I'm gonna quilt this, and I might do a DTF. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how the quilting process goes. Chalk. So I started one line here, and I'm just going to do it every 2 inches just so that it doesn't take forever to quilt, but then it still gives that diamond look to it. That's the idea. Let's see what happens. Hello, Diane. 60 degrees angle gives you the best diamonds. I think I did 60. Let me see. Let me double check because I thought I did 60, but I could have done something else. Yeah, that's definitely not 60. I think that's more 45. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. It'll be pretty. Yes, my love. What can I do?
Luna.
You know better than that. Do you need to go outside? Give me a second. Let's go outside. I need to put the little fence on, knowing her. I'm just gonna try to get something. All right. Let me pitch you guys up a little bit. There we go. You guys can see a little bit further away rather than feel like you're right on top of me. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's start this bad boy. Did I turn it on already? Yeah, it's on. Okay. 4. For the second lot of lining. For this. Morning for Melvin. Okay. So we had my mother-in-law's birthday celebration yesterday, and it turned out really nice. Sierra's down here helping me cut out some pieces. I was gonna just, you know, do everything on my own, but I was like, you know, I'm really tired. I need a nap, so I took a nap. These antibiotics are kicking my butt. They're supposed to be helping, which I think they are, but at the same time, they're like kicking my butt. She's got the fence on, so hopefully she's not going too far. What stitch length did you cut on vinyl? I do a 4. Not too small to perforate, but then not too big either. That looks more like top stitching. So, just a little different. If I feel like it's not quite enough definition with the lines, I may come back in and do it like a shadow kind of thing where it looks like it's almost double, but that there's still a big space between. That sometimes is a really cool effect. But we'll see. My shirt matches the vinyl. I didn't even notice that until just now. I'm watching the video and I'm like, oh, it matches. Okay, so then now we're going to do the lines the other direction. Luna! I don't like her being out there by herself for so long. She gets into stuff that she doesn't need to get into. Get my jump stitches. The ones in the back I don't really mind, but the ones in the make it so I can't really see what I'm doing. So. Okay, so yeah, those are 45 degrees for sure. Okay. For the second line, you do 90 degrees. 60 degrees, sorry. I don't know if that's gonna work. I think that's gonna look very odd, actually. Hello. It's Lori, right? Sherlock. So I wanted to make sure. Sometimes I get it right and sometimes I'm like, ah. Yes, okay. I wanted to make sure I got it right. That looks pretty cool. That definitely looks more like squares on point rather than diamonds, but that still works out really well. Yeah, I started off with 45, Tori. I should have asked you earlier. I didn't know if you were quite awake yet when I was starting this process. But then I saw your message and I was like, how is she awake? Then I got excited. I'm awake, just sore from yesterday. Yeah, you worked your butt off. Like, literally.
Luna, come.
I think the fence is on. Can you double check for me? Oh, you see her.
Hey.
Oh, aren't you a bulldozer?
Yes,
Okay, baby, you can go back outside. Good girl. I'm gonna go. Go ahead.
Come on. No? You want to stay here? Good girl. Yeah, good girl. You want to go back outside? No? Yeah. Okay. No?
She wants to play. Earlier today, she went outside and got that tennis ball
No?
and brought it in here to me. Go.
Okay.
She's so silly. Okay. Forgot to bring my hammock in last night, so it got drenched. So when I wanted to take a nap outside, I'm like, oh, I can't, because even though it's a beautiful day outside, it is nice outside. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. What is it? Yes, I see you. So I wound 3 full bobbins. I got a new needle because I made all 15 of the tote bags for the order that I said I was doing the other day. Do you know what she's saying? Luna.
That she wants food.
That she wants water. That's why she keeps bumping the bowl like that. She's so demanding. That looks pretty good. I'm trying to see if I do another line, like I said, that makes it look almost like it's plaid. That might look too. Let's see what it looks like. Let me see it. Let me just do one that has like a shadow line next to it. Just a couple, because it wipes away. If I had a different color, oh, that would be, but there's no way I'm changing my thread. Oh, pitiful. Pitiful, pitiful. I don't like that. Today's pretty much like a design as I go kind of thing, because I didn't have quite the right exterior fabric that I wanted, so I wanted something that was going to go really well with the inside flat fabric, which I'm using is the blue succulent fabric that I used to make the sample tote. Hello from Kentucky. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing all right? I heard you guys had like a lot of like wind and stuff. I kind of like that. Oh, it's Patty. Hi, Patty. I just saw Kentucky and I was like, I'm trying to think if I like this or not. I think it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think I'm gonna do it. Well, the antibiotics are kicking my butt. They're making me tired. But other than that, I think I'm okay. I only feel like the pain in my jaw. I only feel like the pain in my jaw. I really feel like I should have that be a different color though. Yes, that was awesome. She's not down here, baby. She's upstairs. Sarah called Luna and she's coming here for me. What are you doing? Let me see. Sierra, what do you think? Can you do me a favor? Can you turn the TV off upstairs so that the Wi-Fi isn't lagging? I'll take mine off of Wi-Fi too. Okay, let's see here. If I do this like in a different color, like what color would I use? A pink would be nice. Right? Maybe. Let me see. A light pink. That's what I was thinking, Tori. See, we both think alike. I'm thinking like a light pink like this. Like you can barely see it, but you'll see the stitching. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see what else colors I have. Babies. Hi. See, I forgot to take that thing off, didn't you, babies? Aw, you poor things. Oops. How about like a dusty rose? Oh, that looks amazing. I think that's the one. This one right here. I think this one's too light. Oh, do you, Diane? I like this one. I think I'm gonna do that one. Executive decision. Since my daughter didn't come to the rescue. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get it through the thread stand so that I can switch back and forth in the colors and have both of them up here. I don't have to do the bobbin that color, I just have to do the top, so that's not too bad. Since it's just the top that I'm quilting. Well, that you will see. After you do the stitches, put a rivet in the center of the mini where. Ooh, you fancy. I think that might be a little too much though, but we'll figure it out. I love it. I love it. I love the ideas. Woo-hoo-hoo. What lining am I using? I'm using the blue succulent as the lining. So it's gonna be like nice and sophisticated on the outside, party on the inside. Oh goodness. I have to take my glasses off to thread the needle because I can't see it with my glass. It's so annoying. I'm nearsighted. Take care of your... Take care of my back? Oh, Lori, it seems... But good luck with your bag. Oh, yeah. I'm off to move back to my sewing studio. Ooh, goodness. Yeah, she's got a big task ahead of her today. For sure. Bye, Tori. I'll talk to you later, sweetie. Are you okay, baby? See, that's why I tell you need to stop trying to get into stuff, because then you start doing all that sneezing stuff. Okay. I'm literally using a very inexpensive foam from Walmart. Is your sewing... What is your sewing machine? So my sewing machine is a New Tech, and it is it's pretty much the off-brand of a Juki 1181N. Okay. My bobbin was not that. Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's because it's coming off the spool quite. Okay, that's what the difference is. Okay, so I'm getting some resistance. Hold on. Was that Daddy calling me? What did he need? Huh? So he calls my phone that I record my lives on? Okay. You're welcome, SD. But I have done quilting on vinyl, especially this type of vinyl that I get from Bodio. It's a very light vinyl, so it's not very thick, and the backing is almost like upholstery, so it sews up really nicely. I don't have to worry about it being too thick for my machine. What are you doing? So I've done it on my brother Project Runway sewing machine as well. So don't feel like you have to have an industrial in order to do this, because it's totally fine. Oh yeah, so it'll be perfectly fine for this. The QVP mini or QVP, either way, yeah, that's a good machine for this as well. having to hold my top thread up because it's a small spool, and it's not liking that it's not unraveling the way it normally does. Drag your husband too. Let me think. There's a few quilt shops, but I don't know of any that carry anything really different than when you would find in normal quilt shops, but you know, they're quaint and cute. Carolina Quilting Company. I'm sorry, Carrie Quilt Company is a really nice one. I used to go there all the time when I was in Raleigh. Anytime Tula Pink would come out with something new, that's where I would go. I think. I know here, Burning a World of Sewing in Wilmington is where I'm going to be doing my classes. Come later in the summer, I'm going to do a couple of camps, kids sewing camps, and then in the fall, I'm going to do a couple of workshops. Just getting my schedule put to give them my schedule of what I can do. They did have a recommendation on a particular bag. They want me to practice and maybe even teach a class on that bag. It's like a big quilted tote. So almost kind of like a Mr. Heckles, but not, because it doesn't have like the straps going all the way down. I think it doesn't have the hidden pocket. But still, it's still intermediate because of the quilting and the piecing and things like that. There's a couple of accent pieces that get quilted. My goodness, this looks so cute. You're probably wondering why I'm back stitching. Well, I'm back stitching because when I go to cut this out, you guys can see where I had traced the shape of the bag. It'll just make it easier for me to do my cutting. Sometimes it does shrink a little bit when you're quilting. Not usually too much when you do a lot of crazy amount of quilting, but enough. So what I'm going to do now that I've done the outline, I'm going to go around and stitch around the outline of the shape. Yeah, she already knows. I make her bags like pretty much at least once a year. I make her a new bag or a wallet or something. She loves everything I make her. Yes, she loves it very much. Now, I did use double-sided tape to hold my vinyl onto my, You're missing Joann's already? You should have stocked up. Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's actually somebody buying it or not. I kind of heard something that there might be some stores still staying, but I don't know. Kind of like a mixed reviews as to like what's actually happening with Joann's. If it's just a fast store, I think that it might, I don't know. I did have to really look at the numbers and see how much does the seasonal stuff really bring in comparison to how much they purchase of it. But I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see. I guess we'll find out shortly, like what's actually happening. Are they really gonna be like completely gone or what? Their online stuff very well for me, for sure. Whereas most places after COVID like really started having an online presence and able to like do things on an online thing. But now, I don't know. Sierra, are you busy? Can you get me a paper towel, damp, just very damp, just for me to take the chalk off of this? Thank you. Okay, so until she comes back with that, I'm going to show you what I do with this one. So I'm thinking of maybe adding this detail to it because she was an RN, no, nurse's and a nurse's assistant. She was a nurse's assistant. So, hello, Io. So I was thinking of putting that on there, but I don't know if it's gonna be too much or what. Oh yes, love that. Hi, Melissa. You stuck in there, didn't you? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see. I've got a couple of prints. I'm gonna send one to Patty because she asked me one for one. Thank you. Daddy's back. Yeah. If you want to. Thank you. Oh, that is so pretty. It's just tailor's chalk. There's different types of tailor's chalks. You got to be careful on Amazon. Sometimes it says it's tailor's chalk, but it's more of a wax than it is an actual chalk. So it's very hard to apply. It's not as easy to just apply, take off. But yeah. So there is that. Nice and quilted. Now I can go around and cut it. But before I cut the actual thing off, I'm going to take this to the back and I'm going to pull away from it as much as possible and trim away the foam. I'm going to trim away the foam. Getting as close as I can to the foam, but not cutting through the foam. I think that this is really going to help in reducing the bulk around the seams. If you have a domestic machine and it doesn't go through bulk very well, then you maybe want to use a very lightweight batting maybe. This foam here is like nothing. Like it's poofy, but it's very how can I say it? It's like it squishes to nothing. That's what I could say. It's not really dense. It's very airy. It's a very airy foam. And I buy it from Walmart. Foamy. I literally get it from Walmart.com. I buy it from Walmart.com. Because let me see. Those are more pinking shoes. I buy it from Walmart.com, and it has, I think for like entire like 10-yard bolt or something like that. I think I spent like $30. So it's very inexpensive. So I'm gonna account for that shrinkage and just do like 1/8 of an inch wider. because I don't want it cut my stitching. Yes, it does compress very easily. So that, because even though mine is an industrial sewing machine, it's not like a compound industrial. Like there's some that have the compounding foot. And it's like a walking foot type of situation where it like just, it really picks up through the layers. So I don't have one of those. The King Max that Kasaya has is like that, where it just, it really walks the material along. It has a walking foot. And then so does Lauren, sorry. And Barb at Genie Designs has the Sail Right. That's kind of like that too. So those you can really get a little bit thicker without having as many problems, without having to change as much settings. But you do have to kind of change the settings. They have Naked at Joann's, and I bought 2 at $4 each. Yeah, that's good. So see, and then right here, I'll just kind of trim that back a little bit if I see any kind of peeking out. See that? Voila. So it's definitely more time consuming, but it's totally worth it. Because it takes a beautiful color and it just really accentuates it, makes it just a little bit extra. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole putting rivets in, but that would be cool. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I did it. First I wanted to kind of do it and then show you how I did it. So, a piece of foam and my vinyl, and what I like to do is grab my double-sided tape and kind of like go around outside. Just so it's not shifting as much. And then one down the middle. So you do go into it a little bit, but it's not as bad. Okay. I don't have my puzzle piece close by. There it is. Oops. Come on. There we go. So I'm going to just put this down. Now on my paper pieces, because sometimes I like to shift and move, I do put a little bit of double on one side just to have it so that it doesn't shift too much and wiggle around. Put this back up here. Put this back there. Put this back there. That. So the bag that they want to teach at Bernina World here in Wilmington, because they were like, yes, we do need sewing instructors. And we love that you've had your own place and you understand how it works and everything else like that. So that's really awesome, because I'm going to be able to really, like, I don't know, like have my stamp, you know, have my time where I get to like give myself away in a, you know, person to person kind of thing. But I love my lives. So just like that. Okay. I'm gonna let that ink dry for just a second, because if I start trying to do things on it now, it's gonna smudge. So we'll come back to that here in just a second. I'm going to do my zipper pocket. Okay, zipper pocket. So I'm gonna come down some because I want this to be a little further down because I am going to do something fancy at the top. Okay. And then I have my templates right here. I've got the templates that Tori gave me. I love these templates. They're my favorites. So I can really make it the size I want it. That's the size I want. Boom. Just like that. Bob's your uncle. Okay. I am going to switch back to my regular thread just because I'm going to have to hold it while I'm doing this part. Oh, and I'm going to need your guys' help. Hey, Barb! How are you? Your ears must have been ringing, sweetheart, because I was just talking about you and your beautiful silver machine. Here we go. Turn this. There we go. All right, so I need your guys' help with zipper tape. Which one? I am going to be using a zipper pull. I'm just trying to figure out like which one is going to be better, this teal or this hot pink, because I don't have a lighter pink than that. I did have a lighter pink, but it was in my personal stash, and I haven't been in my personal stash I don't know how long. Oh my, thumper. Yes, I love your thumper. Okay, so we got one for the teal. All right, what about hot pink? Hot pink or teal? Let me know which one you guys think I should use for the zipper. Teal. Teal, 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 teal. All right, teal it is. I'm easy. I am going to be doing the bag a little bit different. A little bit different, guys. I am going to do a zipper, but not at the top. It's going to be a little different. So let me cut my zipper. I'm gonna make it like the other, the watercolor roses that I did a while back. That I'm making, so the top is going to actually have a zipper, but then there's going to be magnets here. Not quite warm enough, almost. So I'm just up on my heat press real fast just to kind of get the wrinkles off. While I do that, I can go ahead and stitch this. Yes, we love their thumper. I think that's going to be a little too narrow for, oh yeah, it's beautiful. A little too narrow for, actually. That, so I'm going to actually just kind of do a little bit different. Because I want my teeth to show, but I also want the accent color of the teal to show up, so. to get the pictures back from the photographer from the party last night. It turned out so nice. So I started the planning process and helping my husband with the planning process, and got a lot of things lined up, like the venue, the caterer, theme, all those types of things, color, all that kind of stuff. So I got all that started, and then I had my Aunt Sylvia helping with the decor and stuff like that. But then after my mom passed away, it was really hard for me to like get into the right headspace for me to really like finish. So my husband took over and did an amazing job. He got her a DJ and a photographer, and they had like a 360 booth in there and stuff like that. And everybody had fun. The venue was amazing. It was a very nice venue. It's called Events on Front. Events on Front here in Wilmington, right over by the riverfront. It's by the riverfront. Hi, Tammy. Fancy meeting all of you guys. So it was originally 3/8, and I just kind of moved it just about another 1/8 bigger. I'm not really sure exactly. I think it ends up being like all together closer to a 1/2 inch. Okay, so let's put this down. Let's press that. I love my heat press. I love it because it just makes it so much easier. It just does it automatically. I don't have to worry about it being like too long or whatever. Look, perfect. Ooh, that's a little hot though. Okay, so that right there is really kind of, there we go. Purples. I'm going to get my 1/8 inch zipper tape. Not zipper tape. Goodness help me. Double-sided tape. It's so funny. This reminds me of, I took one of my bags. I took quite a few of them. I hate mine. It is one you have to lift and pull. Oh, yeah. Me trying to reach when I had the one like the clamshells type of heat patty, it was very dangerous. Because as short as I am, me trying to lean up to try to get that thing to come down. Oh, it's HTV Ront. First generation. HTV Ront first generation. I know you're not that much taller than me, but a couple inches is still a lot more. You're welcome. I know the first generation ones you can put on Amazon for like $200. The newer one, the newer generation ones are probably closer to $300. See, that way I could actually see some of the zipper tape itself, not just the teeth. That's how I like it. That's the way I like it. We had a lot of like 70s and 60s songs and classics. Yesterday, they did an amazing job. Okay. Oh, so anyway, so I went to Bernina World to show them, you know, the caliber of work that I do. I took one of my bags that didn't have this, the top zippers. It was a Lola, and she opened the zipper, and the zipper came off. She's like, "Oh my!" And I was like, "It's okay, I can put it back. I literally can do it with it, like with my eyes closed." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So I showed her. She's like, "Oh my god, I've never seen anybody put a zipper in that fast." It's like, yeah, I do this quite a bit. I am going to leave the bottom open because I will be birthing it. But it's more for the purpose of doing the bottom. Not necessarily the whole bag, but just the bottom, because I'm going to leave a piece of the bottom open too. Okay. Zipper pocket, done. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. So, all right. So now I'm going to go back to the quilting because it should be nice and dry now and I shouldn't have any problems with it smudging. Okay, so this is the quilt I did first, and then this is it without being quilted. So I'm going to show you how to do it from the very beginning because this one, I did start the quilting here, but I already had the lines going. So, all right, so on my ruler, there's a 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree. Tori told me that the 60-degree would create the diamonds, versus I didn't know that at the time, so I started with the 45. So I am going to do the 45 degrees for both sides. Okay, thank you, Tammy. So it's 45 degrees, and I'm just going to make this extend it longer. So what I did is I did the squares 2 inches apart, and then I came in with a different color and did the other one like almost like a contrast. At 1/2 inch away, shadowing just on one side. So it kind of made it look almost like, I don't know, let me think. It makes it almost looks like plaid. It gives me like plaid kind of vibes. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at trying to make sure that this over here matches. So I have to have it in spots. So let me wipe that away real fast. And this is just regular, so it just comes right off. This is not quite as damp as I need it to be, so there's still kind of some lines there, but you'll see. Okay, so because if I go like this, right, I want to make sure. Okay, so now that I've gotten these marked off, that means that when I go to put these two together, they should line up on the sides when I have to put my sides together. So let's see here. That's 60. That's 45. So I'm gonna get 45 until I get right there. Perfect. See that? It's going to be a beautiful thing. I think I am getting a text message. So let me check my text message. Oh, so I got the cake from Wegmans yesterday. Not yesterday. Friday. Huge success. Right on point. I got to see my friend Deanne for like 5 minutes. Not quite long enough, but hey. Luna got to go visit her friend Enzo, our neighbor, just down the street. I was meeting a landscaping vendor out there to get some landscaping work quoted to get done. And she was out there with her friend Enzo. She played with him for about 30 minutes and then I had to leave. I was like, I got a cake in the trunk. But still. Okay, so there's that. All right, so now I can go ahead and start quilting this. So I use a stitch length of 4. I think what else? I am using Kasaya's Swag polyester bonded text 45 and the color is Navy Seal. I love her threads for quilting. I don't have a lot of breakage or anything like that happening. Sometimes I do get the like sags where it kind of like starts like unraveling on itself, and with other threads, but hers is really nice, especially 35. It's not too thick, but it's just enough to really emphasize the quilting. Because it's a wonderful thing because. Got one line left. And then I can switch the color over to a dusty rose color for the accent. I just did this, just this type of quilting. It looked good, but with that accent color, it really makes it pop. Gives it that little extra contrast, a little extra depth. Always cut the threads from the top, because sometimes if I'm not quite careful and I'm not seeing, sometimes it gets stuck between the toe of the foot, and then it kind of like drags, creates resistance. Okay, good. Okay, so now that I've done that, okay, now I'm gonna mark where the other ones need to go. That way I literally have it going the shed. The same. Okay, so 1/2 inch away. And I might put the DTF. I'm not sure yet. I don't want it being like too, does that make sense? But when anybody in my family wants a bag, they know to come to me. Like, especially if they want something to, like, you know, make a certain statement, you know? getting itty bitty. Let's get hold on to it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna change the color. Okay, tie it off. Okay. That color, oh, my knot didn't hold. It's okay. I went through the most time consuming part, so I'm all right. Okay. Oh, and in case I didn't mention or you weren't here for the beginning, I got this vinyl from Bodio. I got it at least 3 years ago, and every time I buy anything from Bodio, because it's such a good price, I always get at least 3 rolls. Because it's depending on the size of the bag. Sometimes it's a roll and a half. Sometimes it's just at just 1 roll, but I like to have a little extra just in case. So I find that 3 is enough to make at least 2 projects, unless I'm just using it for accents. Then obviously it lasts longer. And the reason I do that is because Bodio has beautiful, really economical products. But they don't always have the same color and things like that every time I go to look. And I'm not gonna say it's like a discontinued kind, but they may not have it available for a little while. But for the prices and the quality, it's spot on when it comes to their descriptions as well. second to last one. I saw one last one. I was like, oh nope, we got one right in the middle. I didn't want this. Because I knew I was doing quilting, I did 3. Hi Wendy, how are you? I wound 3 bobbins. Just to be on the safe side. That one might need. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna go around and stitch around the outline before I cut anything else. Before I cut it out like I did. Cutting my jump stitches, just in case. Okay, and I have a trash can like right there, and then whatever doesn't land on the trash can, because sometimes the wind blows it, I just sweep it up. Okay, so I'm gonna peel that back. I'm gonna use my pinking shears. I'm gonna turn this so that I can do my pressing of my DTF. Oh no, wait a minute, I gotta do something else. Oh no, I almost forgot. It's like, no, can't do that yet. I've got to stitch around. Okay, so now I can do the pinking shears. I mean, this foam is very easily rippable, but I don't want to rip too much of it and then it goes sideways, so safe, better safe than sorry. I'm just and getting as close as I can with the pinking shears. But I'm also cutting it in such a way that I'm almost cutting an angle. But then this foam here is very compressible. Like it's not thick, it compresses very quick, like softly. I use that I purchased from like Walmart.com. I get like the 20-yard roll or something like that for like 30 bucks. Something like that. Because a lot of times when I'm using foam, I'm not using it for like really thickness, like for it to have the structure. It's more just for padding. All right, you're ready? All right. And then I'm gonna cut 1/8 of an inch away from the line, just so I'm not cutting my stitches. And that's all I did my back stitching when I started each line too. I try to end and start with the back stitch. So tomorrow is my mother-in-law's actual birthday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Right, so that's it. A little bit more water on here to take off the extra chalkiness before I do the DTF. Just making sure Luna's collar didn't have, wasn't on fence mode. Voila. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to show you how I do my details. So, here's my heat press. It is set at 325 degrees, and it's set for 10 seconds. So I have to, it is a hot peel, but because it has a lot of little details in it, they said it actually, like, sometimes you have to do it twice, do a rubbing. So, and it all depends on the fabric that you're using it on. So it didn't quite like the, I'm doing the first press with the foam side because I want the moisture of the water to get off of there, just kind of evaporate a little bit. So see, I don't have to worry about the count or anything. It's just like, oh, this is amazing. Okay, so for placement. Okay. So for placement, don't enter that way. You can fold this in half and kind of get yourself like a little bit of a center mark. Right? You can kind of eyeball it a little bit if you want to. I think that looks pretty on point. The great thing with this not being an actual symmetrical kind of design is that you have some leeway for it not to be absolutely perfect. So, okay. So I'm going to put that there, put that down, and now you're going to need to protect your vinyl. So let's see here. I've got lots of these little sheets that I could just kind of like put all around it because I don't know what I did with my Teflon sheet. Alright, get that out of the way. Move that out of the way. That out of the way. Okay, so the H2 Ron just kind of like puts it and it smushes it down, applies the pressure, and then it'll pop back up when the time's up. So I did that. Okay. Give it a quick second. I like to do it twice, kind of give it a quick second to kind of cool a little bit because we are using a vinyl. I don't want to melt the vinyl. So if you do it all at once for the full inch, it might singe or burn your vinyl. So you gotta be careful with that. Okay. And now I'm going to take all of these little pieces off because I don't need those anymore. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. And just slowly peel it off. It's a hot peel. Okay, give it a quick second. Just gonna use this one here, just kind of take it down because it's hot. And cut it down just so it kind of infuses everything. Perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna do it again, but this time with the vinyl side down, just to do that last real good fusion. I'm going to be using a Temptress pattern piece. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, that looks so pretty, guys. Look at that. It's so pretty. Oh, she's going to love that. Alright, so I'm done with that. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm excited. Okay. Oh, Missy, I know. I do as best as I can through here, and I know Tori does too. And we all really love to share what we do. Oh my goodness, this turned out so pretty. It's good infused on. Nice infused. The colors are vibrant. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some of my scrap pieces right over here. And I'm just going to do the diamond shaped. I like to kind of like double that up a little bit so it kind of looks a little nicer. There we go. I like to kind of, okay. There's that one, and then I can do this one over here. You're probably thinking like, what are you doing? Don't worry. I got you. Okay, got that one. Waste not, want none. Okay. And this way. Perfect. You're probably thinking like, what are you doing? I'm making it double. This is a very thin type of vinyl, and it's the strap connector. So I want the strap connectors to have some hardiness to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go stitch right along here and then up. So I'm actually going to draw this out. What did I just do with it? Did it fall down again? Oh, here it is. Don't worry about me. I love that pink color. Is it on your website? No, I bought it from Bodio. Bodio is the website that I purchased it from. And it was like 2 years ago, so they might still have it in stock. That's what I love about Bodio. They do sometimes have things that are continuously in stock. Sometimes it does go away for a little while. Some things do get continued, but the price that you purchase this vinyl from and its quality, I love it. I really do. You're probably thinking like, what are you doing? Right. I am taping this down so I can stitch it, glue it, and then cut it out again. All right. And little marks that I'm making are just for me to have a point of reference so that I can stitch on those lines. Hey, baby Raj. Hey, sweetheart. Baby girls, are you trying to see me? Are you trying to see me?
Luna, come. Luna, come.
Go to see her. You don't get in trouble. Oh, I knew I did that.
Go ahead. Go potty.
She's like, I don't want to go to potty. I just want to be down here with mommy. She usually does fine.
She stinks.
I know. I was supposed to take her to the bath.
Really? Oh my goodness. She's so stinky.
Is she?
Yeah.
I do gotta get her
Dinner.
cleaned up though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Okay. She just peed. So Luna is going to be down here with us probably for a little bit. All right, so I'll show you guys what I mean by this. Hey girls, do I come back in? Do I come back in? Come back in. Good girls. Are you going upstairs? Come on. Go ahead. Good girl. She's going back up. She doesn't mind hanging out with me, but sometimes she's like, I'm too cool for this. Love Bodio pricing. They are just a hit and miss with some of the vinyls, and you can't really tell unless you buy it. Me Too has leather as well. So yes, but if you read the descriptions, they actually do say like what kind of like thickness and all the other kind of stuff, what it's best for. So you really have to really got to kind of understand the lingo in their vocabulary. But once you really start understanding what certain things are, you're gonna be fine. Oh, oh, that would be so pretty. Yes. Oh, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the accent coloring. Yeah, I'm gonna do the accent coloring with this pink. But sometimes they do run out of stock of things and they may not come back. How long? Oh, so the temp is 250. I'm sorry, 350 for 10 seconds twice. So 10 seconds, let it rest for 10 seconds, 10 seconds again, let it rest for 10 seconds, hot peel it off, turn it upside down, and then press from the wrong side for another 10 seconds. Good question. Sorry about that, but I said that. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to peel away and go like that to this extent. But then when I'm at this part here, I'm going to cut right along the edge. Peel that back. There we go. So what I've done is right here where the connector is, where that's where the most of the stress is going to be from the handle, it's doubled up. And it's also doubled up around here. Okay. And what that's going to allow me to do is use my handy dandy edge paint. Oh, you're very welcome. A health break. Don't blame you. Okay. So I'm just going to show you right here. It applies very well. See that? I'm gonna do the rest of it because I have to actually put the glue in there to seal it to make it all like kind of do, and then I could do my edging. But this is a two-in-one kind of situation. From Tandy Leather. There's some of them that have like, that's the dye and everything all together, so you don't have to worry about it, but you do have to seal it with glue. Sometimes I do have to unplug this thing. Yep, I got it. The DTF I get from a supplier that I used to use all the time in Clayton over in Garner. She does ship all over the United States. And it is called Make Life Special. She's in Clayton. So if you Google Make Life Special in Clayton, North Carolina, you will find her information. And then there's a DTF creator that if you have the image with the clear transparent background, she can get it printed for you. She don't do any like technical, like she doesn't do any of the work herself. So if you don't have it already formatted, you have to have it already formatted before you put it in. Because if it doesn't have a transparent background, you won't be able to, it won't come transparent, like, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's that one. Yeah, she's very local. She's amazing. I love Whitney. So right now I'm just going to go around and just kind of do on the edges of this guy. Oh, come on. Yeah, I love Whitney. She does amazing work. She's the one who I've always gone to do all of my DTF designs. And I've turned her on to, I turned Shanova onto her as well. So some of her badges and stuff like that that were DTF, she used from there. It's a lot easier to do the whole gluing portion of it when it's two pieces rather than it's being trying to do the same exact thing. Because then that way if it spills over, it's okay. It doesn't take long to dry, so I'm going to take this and set it aside and we'll come back to it. But I showed you how to do the first one. And here you would just literally go like this, like this. Like this, like this. You put your thingy in there and then I'll show you. Hold on. Which size do I need? I'm going to use 3/4 of an inch. So you get the images from Etsy. The images come from Etsy. Even Etsy has some already ready to ship DTF prints. I just don't know about the quality of the DTF from some of the people from Etsy. But I know that the JPEG images, as long as it has a transparent background, it works fine. Okay, so that's how you do that. So then this is actually going to go over and go like that. So then that way you really have a lot of extra stability, right? And you could just rivet this in place and then also stitch it. So, but yeah, that's how it looks. So I'm gonna put these to the side just so they can continue to dry. And we can go on to continuing constructing the bag. So I'm gonna go to the part where I said it's gonna be a little bit different from the pattern, and I'm adding a zipper. Where'd you go? I'm going to be adding the zipper, but the zipper is going to be almost like inside the bag. You'll see. All right, so I need my 2 lining pieces. This lining piece, and then I have my base. I'm going to put that to the side. But for my lining pieces, I do need to make sure that these are both marked in the same exact spot. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clip these in place. One on each side. Okay, and then one in the middle. Okay. Right here. I knew I just had it. What did I do with it? What did I do with my ruler, guys? Ah, here it is. It just blends in with everything. That's why I like my glitter ones. They like show up. Hi, Mariel. How are you? Yeah, I tried some Amazon and it left it in over the plastic background. Yeah. No, this is why I just absolutely love her stuff. Her stuff is very top quality. All right, so what I'm doing here is from this side here, I'm marking a 1/2 inch. From the top, I'm marking 1/2 inch. From here to here, I'm marking 1/2 inch. Down here, I'm marking 1/2 inch. Okay. There we go. Okay, so from the top in the center, let me just double check I have it so that way I can give you guys the modification. Okay. Okay. So from the top at the center, it's pretty much 2 inches. So 2 inches down from here, 1/2 inch from each side. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put the zipper in right here at that line. So how I'm doing it is I'm going to cut this and then I'm going to put the zipper in. Then, but I'm not doing it as like with a, like the zipper panel. It's going to be directly onto here. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can keep this top portion being the same as the lining, or you can take this piece and trace it out of the exterior and it actually has like a almost like a vinyl inside, and then you open it up from the zipper and you go, oh. I'm not going to do that this time because already with the foam and the vinyl, I don't want it being too thick. Stitching doesn't look right, so not going to do that. But I am going to do what does it say? Lower the camera, not in the lower it some. Oh, Look at my lower wing. Can you see it? Is that good? Okay. Once I've cut this out, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so now we're going to take our zipper. Yeah, that's the one. I'm probably going to take this up again really fast because it's a little wonky. Was it this one or this one? Oh, no, it was this one. Okay. I'm not. Okay, so in here, I'm not even going to put the zipper pull on it yet, but I'm going to add it to this part first, and then I'm going to add it to this part. My zipper must be a little crooked. All right, so I'm going to put that to the side for... Okay. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to mark... I just took it away again. All right. I'm going to mark an inch in from the end of the zipper right here, and then I'm going to crack it open to that inch mark, and then I'm going to pinch and fold at that 1 inch mark. And you see how it creates like that 90-degree angle? You can pin, you could clip, you could do what you need to do here. Where's my pins? There. I actually don't use pins too often with bag making because obviously you can't do that. I'm making a design wall. I picked up a roll from microfiber tearaway squares from our half-inch films and those. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so that's what you want. You want those two 90-degree angles. Now, how are you going to act up like that? It came threaded. If that happens, if you cut your thread too short, it happens. No big deal. But I'm going to go back to my blue thread anyway, so there. This dusty rose color is beautiful, but it's also more of an embroidery kind of thing. So when I go back to do the accents on the rest of those strap connectors, I'll put it back on, but for right now I'm just going to do the blue because it's an accent and not the structure of the bag. You can use embroidery thread to do your quilting because it's not structural, it's just accent, it's just decorative. So instead of using my fingers, I'm using my little clippers. Okay, so then I'm holding it down with my little clippers, so when I sew it, it's still staying where I need it to go, but I am not using my fingers. It is a no finger zone. Okay, there we go. All right, so to make this a little easier, okay, I'm gonna go get my pieces back. Okay, gonna mark the center of both of these. Okay, mark the center of both of these. So now, so that it looks to be the same. Okay, so this one goes with this one. Yep. Take that one and clip it on with that one, and I'll take this one and clip it on with this one. Bam. No, there's no confusion as to which one goes with what. All right. But that didn't really cut through now, did it? There we go. Okay, so I'm not putting the zipper pull on yet. Okay, but from here, you're going to mark in, okay, from the top of this piece here, you're going to mark in 3/4 of an inch. Because you don't want the zipper getting in the way. So mark 3/4 of an inch on both sides. This is going to be our starting and stopping points for our zipper. So the zipper is going to start here. I'm trying to stick it up. This is going to be sandwiched in on this side. That means that this is going to be on this side. And then this one's going to be on this side. Yes. When it flips up, Bob's your uncle. Okay, good. So this one goes on this side. Got it. All right, so it's easier to start with this one. So I'm starting from that line is the edge of my teeth on that line. Okay. I'm going to clip it for a quick second, but I really want to use my tape on here. Okay. Line that up with the edge. Okay. Right there where that 1/2 inch mark is, you're going to take your tail and start pulling it away from there. And then you're going to clip it over here. What that's creating is it slowly edging off from there, so then that way it's not stuck into the end. Okay. Now this is where that's in play. That center mark is kind of important. Oh, my mouth is right now. Because we knew this matched with this, what we're doing now is matching up that center mark with this center mark. And from the center out, we're placing it and lining it up with the edge. We're really trying to make sure that this zipper tail comes down. Okay. Okay. And then this way, just making sure it's nice and smooth. And there we go. Because we marked our measurements, make sure we hit that like button. Thank you, Misty. Yes, please do. Hit that like button. If you find you want a design or anything like that on a DTF and you're not quite able to figure out how to do it, just let me know. I usually don't have a problem. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch at 1/4 of an inch from the very beginning of this. And I'm going to crank it down to 3, a stitch length of 3. I'm going to go slowly over those zipper teeth, okay, and then continue all the way down. Kind of wiggled on me a little bit. I like to backstitch where the end of the zipper is, just to really reinforce it right there. So see how it kind of like waves off? So see, when you look inside the bag, that's what you're gonna see. You see the zipper. Okay. So now, just depending on how you want it to sit, you want the zip down or up, is how you're going to top stitch. I want it to pop up, so I'm going to be top stitching this under here, so that when it goes like this, it's almost like a little bow situation happening. Stitch length at 4 again for my top stitching. After this, the construction of the bag is very straightforward. It follows along with the rest of the Swoon pattern. Okay. See that it kind of like goes with the shape. All right, let's go with the next one. All right, 3/4 of an inch from the edge. Fold this in half. I thought I had done this already, but apparently not. My mouth is hurting. Woo. I had to go to urgent care because of my mouth yesterday. So they gave me antibiotics. Strong dose of penicillin, but when it starts hurting, it hurts. Whew. Okay. And because this is still attached over here, you don't have to worry about knowing like which way is what way, because we didn't split it. So take this piece, line it up at the edge, the good thing about using the double-sided tape is if you make a mistake and it's not looking right, it's totally fine. Just take it off and place it back where you think it needs to be. Okay, and then at that mark, sway down. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's lining up really nicely. Okay. Line it up with the center mark over here. There we go. Back to a 3 in length. Okay. Really nice and slow over that zipper tape. And then go on. Oh, biscuit eating. I knew eventually it was going to happen. I'm doing a lot with one bobbin. Another reason why I use tape. Oh, my zippers. Because if I would have been clipping that, I would have had to re-clip it all. And that would have not been nice. Like, just not nice. Okay, so I might as well just start from the beginning again. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Okay, so put some, I'm going to put magnets over here, but I'm not installing them until after I've stitched it all together because it kind of gets hard to do that there. So we'll come back to that, but I want to put some interfacing or something in there. I have a whole roll of Decoville white. Okay. I'm just going to grab some Decoville. Oh, I got Decoville heavy. Even better. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. So now that I've done that, now for this part of here where I'm going to be putting my strap end, I like to make a little mark before I do this next thing. Because most people are going to be like, oh my God! Yep, sure did that. You see that? I did do that. Let me do my top stitching. If you just had a heart attack, it's okay. No problem. No problemo. Okay. And just make sure that's nice and straight. Okie dokie. All right, so there's that, there's that. All right. So I'm gonna place my Decoville on here. As soon as it's ready, it'll actually go ding 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 on me, so I don't have to worry about like trying to figure out when it's hot enough because it'll beep at me. And I pretty much use the same settings as I use for the DTF for my Decoville. But just once. I don't have to do it more than once. But you do have to let your Decoville rest before you mess with it too much. Just letting you know. So while we do that, let's work on the outside of the bag. So we'll go back to our little things here. So that means I've got to go back to my pink because now I get to do my decorative stitching around. My accent stitching. Now I've got edge paint on my hands from earlier. Okay. Okay. So some people have the industrials where they have the hip thing where they use the hip to kind of put up their foot and all that stuff, and but I don't have that. Mine's computerized. So mine's computerized and it's programmed so that when I hit the back of my foot, kind of like the Juki MVP, it lifts the foot. A second one can cut the thread. I can't really do that well with the poly threads because it actually just shreds it and it just ends up being like a hot mess underneath. So the cutting doesn't work that well because it's only really good for like cotton threads. It's not really good for the threads. So because I can't use those hip things. I've tried, but I have bad hips. And so I can't get the leverage to open it up. So mine's all with my foot. So when you see me put pivot and all that stuff, that's all with a needle positioner that's computerized already, and it has it with that it stops with the needle down, and I pivot. When I do it twice, and it lifts up the needle. It just makes it easier for me to how was I saying? Yeah, it just makes it easier for me because of my restrictions with my hip. Oh yeah, that glue is nice and dry now, so it's working really nice. The glue doesn't take that long, but I do suggest that you give it at least 15 minutes. Okay. I almost panicked. Like, what did I do? Okay, and before I start edge painting, I really want to make sure that I get myself at least a napkin in here. Paper towel or something. I think I have a paper towel from earlier. No, it's okay. Let me grab a paper towel because it always gets a little messy even with the applicator. Because that's what I do. I make messes. Okay. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these down and then I'm going to do the whole application thing. Okay, and one more. Okay, there we go. My husband's washing something in the sink. Okay, and there's the edge paint. Doesn't take long to dry. I didn't want to go crazy with it being a thick layer, so I'm probably just going to do one. It's mostly just so you don't see the white coming through. Oh, yeah, I just did that. My hand is a little unsteady. It's gonna make that a little bit blue there, but that's okay. Stuff happens. It's okay. Well, that's interesting. Thought I had put glue around all of them. Okay, come back to that in a second. Okay. Let's see here. I know it's a Sunday night and it's kind of getting late, but I'm trying to finish this before tomorrow. So I've got to do it while I'm here. What type of glue are you using? I am using Fabric Fusion. There's another one out there too, like I forget what the other one is, but it's the same brand. It's just named something differently, but it's the same thing. Like it's like a all-purpose. There we go. That's all done. Okay. Don't want them touching each other, just in case. Okay, so take that right there. Okay. Okay, so now that I've done that, I do want to get my magnets and just puncture my holes, because that makes it so much easier to have the holes pre-punched out. Magnet, magnet, magnet. So I've got 2 female and 2 males, but all I need is the washers. I don't need anything else right now, but I do want to make sure that I put them in the same spot on both sides. So what I like to do, I don't know why this one again does not have a center. Okay. So what I like to do is place them here and then just make the holes on both sides. So yeah, I'm gonna do it 2 inches from the center, 2 inches from the center, okay, and then 3/4 of an inch from my opening. Okay, so those are my cross marks. That's where I'm going to put the circle part of my washer, so that way I know that on either side of that, that's where I'm going to be doing my holes. Okay, so that I've got all that, I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to grab both of these pieces and I'm going to clip them together a lot. You're welcome, Misty. I'm going to clip, 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 because I don't want anything shifting. And you're going to see why. It kind of sounds like there's like a bee or something hitting the glass. Like, you know, sometimes from the light and the reflection. I probably have to draw the blind, and then I'll do better. All right, so I'm going to get my X-Acto knife. I'm going to hold down and go through both layers. Get both layers. So this makes it so that my holes are identical from one side to the other. They are. Okay. That's done. It's crazy. There's like bees out there trying to get inside. They're hitting the glass. Like big bees. It's crazy. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm just mesmerized. Don't worry about me. Okay, so when we're doing this also, from this part here, where the top stitching is, we are not sewing that on all the way to this because there's an opening there. Okay, so we're gonna sew our sides together from here down at the stitch length. That's so crazy. Yeah, take off my accents because that's not the best to use for that. Go back with my blue. Okay, now right here, you just got to make sure you take the zipper and pull it out of the way so you're not stitching your zipper down. Because that would not be good. Grab our base. So I like to leave the opening on the opposite side of where the zipper, the little pocket piece is. It just, for me, it turns out better. Okay, and then on this side, I'm only sewing about an inch in on each side. And I do that because I need just enough of it sewn so I can stitch my sides down, but not too much so that it's gonna be a struggle for me to turn this bag. Okay, so now I've done that, and I'm gonna take this. You see how it just perfectly lines up. It's amazing. I always like to do my lining first because if there's any kind of like zhuzhing that I need to do, I like to do that. Like if it's not quite coming together the way it needed to, then I'd rather find out with the lining and then and make adjustments with the exterior. Okay, there's that. All right, so I like to get my thinking shears and really like cut this down. I don't cut down where my opening is just yet, because that is going to need to be closed off later. But I don't do that closing off until after I have installed my magnets and I've done my top stitching. That's like the last thing that I do. Because if I need to fix anything, make tweaks or anything like that, with that being open, it makes it so much easier to make those adjustments because things happen. All right, there it is. Okay, now let's do the exterior. So for the exterior, I am going to be, I need to put some Decoville heavy. I don't even know if this is heavy. I think that's light. But anyway, I need to put it down. I need to cut out my little piece. I'm going to do my handles too, so because I am using purse feet, I really do want to make sure that it doesn't like bottom out. So I want to really make sure it doesn't have a saggy bottom. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of 2 layers of Decoville. Yeah, this is Decoville light, so that's why. I know there was a reason why we do 2 layers, because 2 layers of Decoville light is the same as 2 layers of Decoville light is just like 1 layer of Decoville heavy. Okay, so this is how I like to do my stuff, like not quite fussy cut both pieces. But I do like to have one piece that has the actual tracing on both sides. That's the tape. Okay. Take this. I'm not fussy cutting right now. I'm just cutting over this into 2 pieces. These 2 pieces into 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. And then I like to stitch my Decoville on. It makes a cute little accent around the bottom, and I don't have to worry about having it be like glued on, because it does tend to pop up. Okay, so that now that that's nice and warm, I can go ahead and cut that to the actual size. Okay. There we go. Just doing that just to kind of give myself a placement marking. So at least the double-sided tape will keep it so that it's sitting still, kind of like what I did with the phone. Okay. Okay. That's so pretty. Hey, Sandra. Oh, hi, Jade. You're Jade. I'm Sandra. Hello. I put it down. Oh, Lord. Where did I put it now? I know I put it somewhere. I know. Okay, so I'm going to put that one right there. One right there. One right there. One right there. Okay, and then that's 4.5 right there. Alright, so those are my markings for my purse feet. Here's the hole punch. Alright, so with my purse feet, they are screw-on purse feet, so I don't have to worry about pressing them on, like doing the rivets style kind. So what I like to do is just kind of like grab one of my magnets. Oh, if it comes up, I'm gonna put it on my machine. I've got magnets on my machine, and I just like to take it and put it on the magnet so I don't lose my screws, because it happens a lot. Just letting you know. Okay. I think I'll get the most of the bag done tonight, but I'm probably gonna have to finish it tomorrow, because it's getting late and Luna needs to go to bed soon. Her bedtime's 9:30. I start them by hand and then I finish it with the screwdriver. I'm right-handed. Using my left hand is just not a good idea sometimes. My son can use his left and his right hand just as equally. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what are you doing? I need to put a piece of foam in here because this is not a very thick vinyl, and there's too much spacing in between the feet. So what that means by that is, like, this is completely screwed in, and you see that gap. I'm not sure if you guys can see that gap, but there's like a gap between there, and it's like 1/8 of an inch of a gap, and you don't want that. So usually hi, Lady Fair, how are you? Your mother-in-law's gonna love this bag. I know she is. She's gonna love this bag. Sierra helped me pick all of this up. We were gonna do rose gold, but then I didn't have all the pieces and hardware in rose gold, and I very rarely carry rose gold, so I don't want to buy a bunch of. I didn't want to buy something at Amazon and then have some overstock stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so here's my dilemma. Just gonna pick this. Just gonna literally piece it together. Boom. I love it when a plan comes together. See? That works out really well. Didn't all have to be one piece. All right, so but because I am piecing it, I am going to put some strategically placed double-sided tape so that it doesn't move on me when I'm trying to poke the hole. My mother-in-law does so much for us, so I have no problem making her a bag once a year. Or more often if she asks me for a specific bag. Like sometimes she'll ask me for a bag style. Like she saw me make one and then she's like, oh, I would love that bag, but in a different fabric. And I'm like, okay, what do you want? And then she'll literally come shopping in my studio and pick out all the she likes. I need to make something from my mom's milestone birthday. I have less than a month. Well, you got more time than me. Hers is tomorrow. I made a bag for a friend's birthday. Didn't finish in time, but she still loved it. Yeah. So my mother-in-law's birthday is tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. And yeah, I'm not gonna say I procrastinated. I've just had a lot going on. A lot of you guys know that. Like last week has been the most amount of time. What? What, Jade? Because it's tomorrow? Most of, I know, right? I'm so bad. Most of you guys know. I have, like, this is like the most amount of time that I have spent in my sewing room since, what, December? The last couple of weeks. So, yeah. Oh, that's better. It doesn't feel as loosey-goosey. That's to make sure it doesn't happen. If it wasn't for procrastination, I wouldn't do much of anything. I think I have to do the 10th. Ask me if I've started it. Okay, I'll ask you on the 10th if you've started it. Is it June 10th is her birthday, or the 10th of this month you need to get started because her birthday? Oh, that's better. That one feels a little crooked. Yeah, it is. Okay. Aha, that's better. That's much better. There's a little bit of a gap and not nearly as much. Mom's is next month. Another friend's is the 10th. That came really quick. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had her birthday party last night. So, like, her birthday celebration officially started on Friday because she had friends over. She had family and friends over on Friday. And then yet last night we had birthday party. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. It came quick. Like, I don't know where the year has gone, but it has gone somewhere. I just don't know where. I need to start making Christmas gifts. Woman. Christmas? We're talking about Christmas already? Lord help us. I'm lucky if I start Christmas gifts in November. Like, I'll be like, how dare you speak the C word in before July? I know, right? We still love you, but whew. Gotta get through July first before I even start thinking about Christmas. I have way too much going on in July. Oh. Both my children were born in July. My anniversary is in July, and my husband's birthday is in July. So it's pretty much like July. So, yeah. Okay, so before I put these two together, I'm going to grab... because this is going to go on here, and so on and so forth. So I need to sew that from here to here, and then do the sides. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm just going to sew it to a little bit, not all the way. So I can get the sides in. Or I can get the sides and the bottom together. Yes, my July is packed. It is packed. Next July, I don't even know what. Next July is going to be something. That's all I've got to say. It's next July. My daughter, not this July, but next July. My daughter's turning 18. She's graduating from high school and community college with an associate's degree. So, yeah. Yes, I've got strap connectors. Oh, that's right, Shaded. Thank you, Karen. Oh my God, you saved me because I would have been having a freaking heart attack. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh my God, that would have been so bad. That would have been awful. Thank you. So I'm just marking them, but I may move the placement. I'm not quite sure yet. I think I may have to separate them just a little bit more, just because I don't want it covering the design. It's gonna design a little bit. But if it goes like that, oh, that's cute. You guys like that? Thank you, Karen. You saved my life. Thank you very much. I would have been having a pure fit. Trying. That was all Karen. Yeah. Karen. Ooh, that would not have been fun. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Not that I've made the straps yet, but you know, that'll happen soon, maybe. Okay, so let's do it like, yeah, let's do it right there. Okay. I don't know where I put my... Okay, so now what I do is, so that I know it's symmetrical, because sometimes my eyes play games on me. I really like the rainbow. I think the rainbow hardware works perfectly with this whole thing. Okay, so this is what I do. I put this here, and then I fold this in half. I'm still holding it with my finger. Bam. And that's how I do that. There you go, perfect. Thank you, Karen. You saved me. Okay, so stitch length. Oh, come on, scissors. Move out of the way. Seriously. Oh, lordy. Okay. It's looking so nice though, guys. Oh my goodness. This is looking so good. I wonder if she'll let me sell it. That's not very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna pull, clip in. There's where that went. And then I'm gonna do around the edge, like really close to the edge as well. But just on the thing, not across the top, just to the edge this way. That was magic, dude. Wait, what? That works. Laugh out loud. Welcome. What? What did I miss? Oh, goodness. I missed something. All I hear is Jason. What? to look out the guesswork. Totally took out the guesswork. Oh, of this thing here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It did take out the guesswork out of it, for sure. I'm going to do this part first. That's what I say. Take, you know, sometimes you have to make a little shift. Now, obviously, this would have been easier before I put on my base, but thanks to Karen, I didn't miss it all together. And thanks to Jade reading comments, because I didn't even see it. Oh, I was like, it's like, what? Uh-oh. So Bill. Oh, it was my snips. Okay. Wait. Oh goodness, dropping everything. Oh, that looks so cute. I think the only thing would have made this like better if these were just navy blue. If these were completely navy blue, I think it would be like perfect. Just enough accent bottom too. But I couldn't find any navy blue, and I didn't, you know, I didn't have time to wait for something to come in. So I'm calling it my standard trick. I gotta try it. Laugh out loud. Yes. Try it out. Like I'm gonna do on this side. I'll put those there and stick this on top. So if this is crooked, so is that one, but it's symmetrical. That's how I say it is. It's symmetrical. Matches. Anything else? I don't know. Okay. Come on. There we go. There we go. Peel the tape after you've put the connector on. Just makes your life easier. I'm just saying. That, oh, so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go like that. Right, and if you're afraid it's gonna shift or anything, use a little clip. No, that's not working quite right. I got some thick hardware. No, it's not working. Okay, let's just leave it like right there. Okay. So take that, double-sided tape. Okay. Take it. Bam. Bob's your uncle. That one's done. So let me stitch this one and then I'll do the next one. So it'll just make it easier for me not to possibly shift it or bump it or something. Okay. I love it when a plan comes together. I still have less than 50. Luna probably wouldn't mind going to bed a little bit later. Oh no, it's shredding. Ew. That never happens with Saya thread, so I'm trying to figure out what did I do. I know something. I must have nicked it on something. Yeah, something somewhere. It's like, you know, my eyes are getting tired when I can't thread a needle. Okay. All right, let's try this again. That shit goes down degree. Yeah, well, you know, after teaching for 8 years, there's a couple that I've learned to kind of like make things easier, especially as an instructor. Because I was like, listen, once you got one in the right spot, you can get the rest of them in the right spot. I'll show you this exactly, and it just makes it so much easier. Duplicate and not have to worry about, did I miss something? Or is this one cut off or whatever? Yeah. That's just years of experience teaching. Oh. That's interesting. Okay, so there's that one. Let's place this one. Right there. The corner. Bam. Bam. Why does this keep shredding? Like, I'm not liking this. This has never happened to me before. Why is it doing that? Okay, so it's probably because my needle's a little gummed up. Alright, cleaning it off. There you go. I don't want to lose that again, so you're going to stick right there. Sorry, I had to step away for a while. Bag is looking fantastic. Oh, thank you, Patty. Karen saved my butt because I was like 2 steps away from sewing up the sides, and then she's like, don't forget your strap connectors. If it wasn't for Jade saying anything, I probably wouldn't have read it, because I didn't see the comment because it happened like so fast and it went right up. So thanks, Karen, because she saved my butt. So I was just moving along and be like, yeah, our name is done. But I think it's coming together beautiful. It's definitely a labor of love, but anything that's worth now, that's what it is. So it was this close, but she caught me just in time. Tell you, I would have been set. But she caught it. She got it just in time. So I was like, yes! Because I was literally 2 seconds away from sewing up the sides. I had it pinned and everything. Those would have been some really nice choice words. I'm not doing it all the way up to the top because I have to put on the lining. So I'm just doing enough for me to get the sides sewn up so it goes to the bottom. Oh, look at how beautiful that just kind of like just smushes together. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that's what I love about the Lola. The Lola is like the most amazing thing ever. Okay, so from this side. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do it from this side. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Those sides are amazing. Oh, I love when a plan comes together. Oh, this is so pretty. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna have to say it. Toot toot. That's all. I'm tooting my own horn right now. I can't. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it right side out so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because This is amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a little bit of puckering right there, but that's okay. That's okay. A little pinch is not bad. Nobody's gonna see that. It's just me being a little critical on myself, but everything else. Oh my god, it's amazing! Look at those sides. Their stitches are matching up like almost perfectly. Come on now. Okay, so I'm gonna put my strap connectors down. I'm gonna push them down. Okay. And I'm gonna take this bag and put it inside of this bag. I know, right, Tammy, Missy? Oh my god! I'm so excited for this. Okay. One thing I didn't do is measure. I need to mark my centers. I need to mark my centers, because if I don't mark my centers, I will be in trouble. Trouble. The thing is turning out so nice. See, if I would have tried to make myself do this last week or the week before when I wasn't really feeling it, it probably would not have turned out this nice, because I probably would have been like, ah, I don't know, I don't feel like it. Yeah. Come in. I'm almost done. You just leaving her down here?
I'm letting her out.
Oh, okay. Where did my side go? Side. Side to side. Move.
Go.
Okay, come on over here.
Luna, go. You already let a moth in. I had my orange.
You did?
It was very good.
You had the orange, not the grapefruit.
Yes, the orange, not the grapefruit.
Okay. Lots and lots and lots of clips, because if I don't clip, I'm not to be right. I think she's right there. But I'm sure we're here because I'm gonna be up for at least another like 20 minutes. Hi, babies. Hi, baby girls. She's getting excited. She's wagging that tail. She's like, I just want to hang out. Hi, girl. What you doing? What you smelling? No. For you. No, ma'am. She tries to get into the trash, like all the threads and stuff are. I'm like, no. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's get this. Let's get it started. Let's get this party started. Now I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna pull the exterior away from the lining so that I can finish up the exterior sides. So like right here, there's a little bit of a gap right there, so I need to just kind of make it so that it kind of goes right to that part right there where it's done. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. All right, moment of truth. Okay. You have a blow dryer, right? Do you have a blow dryer, Sarah?
What?
Do you have a blow dryer?
Maybe in a box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go, right? Moment of truth! Okay, so, ow. Just can. Okay, so that looks amazing right there. Amazing. Oh, it looks so pretty right there too. I didn't catch any of the lining. Oh my goodness. I'm really pulling on this so that I can make sure it curves out the way I need it to. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. Sorry, squish. Oh my goodness. Yes. I was so excited. Oh my god, she's going to flip. Sierra, I think that detail was perfect. Look at that.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
Isn't it? I'm telling you. I was just saying that if I would have tried to do this bag like last week or whatever, it probably wouldn't have turned out as nice because I really wasn't in the mood, you know? And I'm exhausted right now. No lie. I'm absolutely exhausted. But I was in a better headspace today than I would have been last couple of days. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my top stitching. Oh, this is gonna be so amazing. So now I'm gonna do, but I'm to what? You're too chicken. Why are you chicken? Just quilt it. It's just straight lines. I used a little chalk thingy, and go back and rewatch it from the beginning. You'll see how easy it is. I promise, Jade. You'll be like, what? That was so easy. Like, yeah. Super, 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 super easy. Okay. So I want a top stitch, and I want the really, really, really pretty stitching to be on this side. I'm going to turn this like this, and I'm going to almost like a catfish. I'm really squishing this. That's why I was like, do I have a dryer? So that I don't have to worry about my wrinkles. And this is why I do this part before I do any of my closing, because if anything happens that I need to like change anything or do something, it's not too late. But then I also do it before I put in my hardware, because trying to top stitch right now with the zipper completely closed off or the magnets installed, oh, that would be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Off a little bit there. Okay. Yeah, Jade, you'll see how easy it actually was. It is time consuming, but it is worth it. I think it really makes a vinyl that would have been a little, that's nice, but you know, give it a little bit of pop, something different. It doesn't always have to be like custom hardware and, you know. Don't get me wrong, I love custom hardware. But if you just don't have it like that, or you just can't get it as quickly as you need to for something, the quilting definitely makes a huge difference. Oh my goodness. Sierra, I just sell this bag?
No.
I can get like a lot of money for this bag. I'm just saying. This is amazing. And it's like a pearlized like vinyl too. So it's like, amazing. Okay, so let me put the magnetic snaps in. Okay, so because I'm able to Sandra says dancing queen. I want to know about dancing queen. I can't dance for the life of me, but I'm a sewing queen. How about that? Okay, so that's, I put the male part on both sides the same. That's why I leave all this open. No one said you had the magnets exactly the way they tell you to, like in that exact step. You can do the placements for sure, but this is why I love doing this at the end, because I don't have to worry about it getting in my way for top stitching or anything. Sometimes that's like the hardest part. Opening this up, and because I did all of my stuff already, makes it so much easier because I already did all my markings and my cuts. haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm gonna need to eat dinner. My husband's gonna be like, babe, you need to eat. I know. You did such a great job. You can't sell that bag. It was made with love. Why is it turning out so that's why it's turning out so yeah, I know, right? It is. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Oh goodness. Okay, and then that all snaps closed like that. So that way it's closed even if she doesn't have the zipper on, but we do want the zipper. Now I am going to ask you to find me something, Sierra. I need a zipper end that's rainbow. It should be here somewhere.
I thought it was over there.
The zipper ends?
Yeah. Rainbow ones, then, right?
I don't know. Just find me one, please. Okay. Like, I don't know. Find me one, please. Exactly, I.O. I know, I know. Thank you. Oh my goodness, look at that. It does. It looks nice. Okay, and then she can definitely tuck it in if she wants to. So I like to leave it long so it really opens. That's just my own thing. I'll make the straps tomorrow. I can't do it tonight. I'm exhausted, hungry. I've been on since 6. and that I even had a nap. Okay. I even had a nap and I'm still tired. Okay. That one holds on to that. Okay, so to put this on, I'm going to make it into like a little burrito and push it all in. Obviously, it's not wanting to do what it needs to do today because what you need, sweetheart? Okay. There's a creepy crawly or something here. Because she's trying to get it. See?
I know nothing about it. And I'm not going to find it. As long as I'm in this room.
She's trying to get it. What are you doing, Luna? Okay. She's funny. Alright, so I'm going to do the straps tomorrow, but there's the bag. Oh my goodness. And then this is going to go, this can open up like this. So there's the zipper. Open it up. Nice and big so it gets open wide. The only thing that I didn't like about the Lola having the zipper on top was because you couldn't really open it wide like that. So that's why I like that. modification, and it didn't take anything really away from you see it, and there's like, oh, guys, that is gorgeous. Shape is still there, everything is there. I'm gonna put my little straps on tomorrow. Yay! I can't wait to show my husband. I'm gonna show Daddy. You're like, look what I did. What do you think, Sierra?
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, don't go too far. I want you black button, the little X button on the live, because it's on the other way, on the other side.
Okay.
All right, guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Switch it up just a little bit so they could see me a little bit. You did it with the clamp.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
Work.
You did it with the phone. She's like, clunk with the phone. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. My mother-in-law's beautiful purse. All right, see you next time. Bye.